I try not to watch the news because it sometimes starts to piss me off. But I ran across this story of Keontae Means, 33-year-old mom, Niagara Falls, that situation. The story was already horrific, but what threw me off the most was some of these comments. They said that she was a bad mom and she was selfish. Let's do it. Being a mom of 8, I've decided that I am absolutely qualified to let y'all know. Let's go. She was 33, y'all, so let's take it back to 1990, 1991. Beauty and the Beast came out around that time, but we'll get back to that. Everyone on the report stated that she was suffering or might have been suffering from postpartum depression, which could be true. I've been through that as well, as I had postpartum psychosis back in 2016. It has to be stated out of respect, this girl was not anybody's dummy. She was not derelict. She had her shit together because from what they see on our LinkedIn, she was actually a domestic violence counselor. That tells me that she was a helper. The problem with being a helper is that there's never anybody there to help you. And I live that out every day. So I'm pretty sure that's what she could have gone through as well. From the moment we're born as women, we are sold all these fairy tales and lies. Contrary to popular belief, we not just run around having babies with whoever. We actually do see some sort of future or even marriage and forever with this person. Never quite works out that way. Women are supposed to be the weaker vessels, but we're always held to more standards than our counterparts, correct? How much are we supposed to take? They stated that they saw a previous post from her stating that the man that she loved didn't love her back or something to that effect. Over and over, she pleaded how much she loved her daughter's father, I believe it was. We never seem to run across Prince Eric, Aladdin, or Prince Naveen. And I have to mention Coco one because he was the prize, okay? Absolutely not. We end up running across Prince Hans or Gaston or Jafar. I don't know the decedent, but I absolutely relate to her. Like, honestly, a lot of people do not have this village that everybody used to have back in the day. And it's time that we try to have a little bit more compassion. In my specific situation, I grew up with the same thoughts, thought everything was going to be okay. However, who knew it was never set up to be that way? You never know what somebody's going through. Please stop judging everybody. There's more hate than you know set up in this society for Black women. Me personally, my mom is like the evil queen. My aunt acts like Maleficent with no backstory. My sister is truly Elsa with no magic. And my grandma was cold to me just like the grandma in Encanto, Abuela, with no backstory. Even though my dad was like King Triton, he couldn't put everything into me that everybody else could instill as well. This is the only story of its kind. I remember there was a story once of a Black mother who found out she had cancer. And the sicker she got, she ended up unaliving herself because she felt and she knew there was no one that was going to be around to assist her with her children. So she unalived herself as well as her children. Postpartum depression is very real, as well as postpartum psychosis. But what also people lack to realize is heartbreak is very real. It is very real. Heartbreak is unaliving people every day. My God, you guys, be a friend, or at least be friendly. One of the other comments that I thought was kind of weird, which I always think is kind of weird, is they stated that they wish she would have reached out to somebody. We absolutely do. We absolutely do. I'm waiting on a phone call back from a friend I called 3 weeks ago. She still ain't got back to me. Of course, it's impossible to expect everybody to save everyone else from their troubles. However, if somebody's posting something like that, definitely feel free to reach out and check up on them. Be a friend. How hard is it? Take depression seriously. This wasn't even the point of this page. I'm here to help people holistically with their wellness. However, it had to be said because this is absolutely absurd.